these two books, this is the Daily Stoic and this is the journal that goes along with the Daily Stoic. These are two of my favorite books. I've really gotten into Stoicism in the last few years, just learning about it, learning from it, learning about the people. Some of the big ones you might know: Plato, Aristotle, Seneca. These are, Marcus Aurelius. These are all people that were, huge philosophers back in the day. And this book has been great because it gives you insight into some of those ideas and is a great gateway into the rest of them, because they give you a wide range of the philosophers in this book with a little blurb at the end to just kind of explain it in modern terms, right? And I think one of the things that's helped me with this is it's introduced me to the ideas. Well, actually, I found this after, but it's helped me kind of organize these ideas and thoughts, put them into a modern practice, and then be able to go back and kind of explore them a little bit more. What I really like about this journal is it's obviously directly in line with the book. So each day there's a journal entry in here asking a question about the passage in the book, and it gives me an idea to kind of write in the morning, gets my day centered. And I really, like I said, one of the things I like about these two books working together is that this gives me an idea, this gives me the way to write it, and then I can implement it directly into my day as I move forward. So this is a part of my daily routine. It has been for, I think, almost 2 years now. So goal for today, I'm going to head over to a coffee shop just to get some work done, because sitting in this room the last couple of days, I just need to get out of here. And I find that when I go somewhere else, I get to be a little bit more focused. Although there's a lot of things around me, I'm more focused on just doing what I need to do because I'm out of the house. So I'm going to go over there. I got a couple of YouTube videos that I want to plan. I want to start doing a little bit more of the work that I have done in the past. I want to start getting that out a little bit more on YouTube. So I got some cool ideas there that I'm excited to work on, that I'm going to work on at the coffee shop today. And then from there, one of the things that, along with these videos, I want to get more of like my ideas out there. So I want to do a little bit more blogging. I used to do a lot more blogging back in the day, but I want to write more. I want to start to get these ideas out on paper and get them out. And yeah, so today I'm going to work on that. Like I said, the working out's done, which is great, and that's why I do it in the morning, so I can get it out of the way. And now the rest of my day is just dedicated to this. And this is one of the things that's helped me the most. Instead of leaving things for later, especially the working out, because it's something I really like to do and want to do, I do it, get it all out of the way in the morning, and now the rest of my day is dedicated to BG Perform, to work on the things that I need to work on. All right, so I just spent about the last half hour to an hour updating all my YouTube thumbnails, which they look really good. Actually, I'm super happy with how they came out. Trying to, like I said, rebrand everything, make sure the colors are right, make sure the pictures are nice, make sure they're inviting. So if you haven't yet, obviously check out the channel, check out the thumbnails, because they look really good after they're updated now. So a lot of the stuff I've been working on recently is for the YouTube. It's kind of reorganizing everything, getting everything on brand with what I want. The colors, the pictures, expression of what I'm trying to do, because I think a lot of the times in the past with stuff, I would just put it out just to put it out. And that's not bad. Like one of the things I've always tried to been very conscious of is making sure I'm staying active, right? And not getting paralyzed by it not being perfect or not being the exact way that I want things to be. But recently I've gone back and kind of cleaned things up. I've revamped my YouTube, which is something I made a post about. I've redone all the thumbnails. I'm organizing this stuff a little bit better so I can put out content more effectively. That's good content, right? It's not just content. It's stuff that I want to put out, right? That I know is helpful. Getting this beginning steps out of the way. Organizing the series, right? I have a couple series that are going to be coming out now with Behind the Session. We have the regular Building a Brand. We have the Road to the triathlon that I'm going to be completing. So these are all great ways for me to kind of document this journey that I'm on, right? There's a couple things that I think are really important inside a coach's business, right? And I think that one of the biggest ones is how you deliver the program, right? I think a lot of coaches currently use, Excel spreadsheets is a big one. There's a lot of platforms out there that are really effective now, and which is what I prefer to use. But there's things like True Coach, there's Everfit, there's Trainerize, Train Heroic. I'm sure there's hundreds more that I'm either forgetting or don't even know about. I use one from a company that I specifically like called Coach RX, and I'll show you kind of the behind the scenes, like my view of it. And as you can see, Coach RX is a very effective platform, and it's built for coaches, right? The whole idea here is to make this part of the job as effective as possible so you can be the best coach you can be online, right? And as you can see, as you open this up, it has all my clients on the front page. So every single client that I have is on this client dashboard. It shows me what sections I put them in, is their programming up to date, what their name is, their last consultation, how much exercise they've completed within the last 30 days over the span of the time that they have been a client of mine. And then there's also a bunch of tags and other things so I can organize the clients and effectively put them into the right buckets. Then from there, we have the program section, and this is a section where I have all the programs I've ever written out, organized by the name, the length, the difficulty, and basically the alphabetically ordered from top to bottom, so I can find stuff very quickly and update the programs that I need to on a daily basis. The other thing I love about Coach RX is it takes, or even any of these platforms, because I use True Coach, I've used Everfit, I've settled on Coach RX because I believe in the brand that is behind this and that's growing forward. And I think that, eventually in the future, I'd love to create something myself for this platform, right? So, because at any point, any of these companies could go out of business or whatever, and then you lose all your stuff. So I'm very diligent about making sure I have backups of everything that I have, whether it be on paper or whatever, but I have backups of everything that I need. And I think one of the things that's super effective for a coach is having a platform or an effective way to, like I said, deliver the message or deliver what you need to the clients. And Coach RX allows me to do that. And this is something I've been using for years, not Coach RX specifically, but these online platforms. And they've really helped me take coaching to a next level because I'm able to, again, write the program and then get it out there and really do what I need to do, which is communicate with the client. That's one of the most important things for me. And if you ask any of the people that I work with very closely, it's communication that makes online programming work. I think a lot of coaches, especially people like me, when I first started in the industry, I was very much like, oh, online coaching, it's just like this, except it's online and I can do it wherever I want. I can do it from a computer. And I think one of the things that coaches forget is that coaching is not easy online whatsoever, right? I think it's harder because you don't get, and let me rephrase, it's harder if you want to be a great coach, right? If you're just trying to make a quick buck, then, it's probably easier, and you can create programs that you can get out to the masses for cheap and you can get a lot of people on it if you're doing it in the right way, but it's still difficult, because you got to understand there's thousands and thousands and thousands of coaches who are trying to achieve that dream, right? For me, I don't want to just become an online coach. I want to help as many people as possible and give them the experience as if they were working with me in person. And that's very difficult online because I can't see them every day. I'm not in the sessions with them, so I have to rely on their feedback, and it's very, important for that feedback. And then I have to, I'm not there to adjust the programming in real time if there's something that I see off. And that's what's valuable about the coach is the coach's eye, right? It's me being there, being able to make these adjustments in real time. But with the online database and the online platform, it's as close as you can get while communicating with me. And I try to have my communication as well through WhatsApp. I have a lot of different channels that I have open for the people that are, in different groups. But this is something that, for me is very effective or very important to become an effective online coach, right? And I think so many coaches overlook this because they're just like, oh, I can use my laptop in Spain, or I can use my laptop all over the world. And for me, I think one of the things that gets overlooked is because I was brought on by Ian full time. It's not that I didn't want to do this. It's awesome, and like I'm enjoying this lifestyle. But I did have to not lose, but I had to give up that in person for a lot of my other clients, right? And for me, it's very important that those people that I work with are still able to work with me, because as a coach, working with one person is great. But if I'm only working with one person, I'm not able to find those other outlets, then it's tough. It's very tough to stay creative and not get monotonous in the program and not just kind of go through the motions. And it's very important to have those other figures or avatars to turn to so we can say, hey, okay, I have a female that I'm working with. I have a male that I'm working with. I have an older woman that I'm working with. I have a younger woman that I'm working with. I have a high level athlete like Ian and Paul that I'm working with, and I have lower level amateurs that are coming up through the ranks. And these are all different pieces and places that I can think about the programming and think about the people and bring everything together, which keeps me on my toes and keeps me improving. I mentioned this a couple times, but something I've been working on, this notebook, right? I've been taking all the information from countless amounts of courses that I've done, and the reason I did this is I found, as I travel, right? I've traveled 6 different countries in the last year, and having to be in certain places for extended periods of time, having to travel so much, or having to have the ability to be able to travel on like a minute's notice, right? I think that with that, you have to become very adaptable, and you have to become very minimalist, right? You have to carry around the least amount of stuff possible. You have to be willing to not have certain things. But one thing I want that has been a struggle is the information that I have, right? And I have probably 15 to 20 books at home. I have notebooks that go along with each of those with all the information that I've found worthy of taking notes of, right? And I think that one of the things that has been a struggle for me is I can't bring all those things when I go to these places. And there's things that I like in there. There's pieces of information that I like to use to look back for when I program, when I have conversations with people, if there's just information that kind of comes up and I want to answer a question. So I've been working really hard to try to get a lot of that information inside this notebook so I can carry just one thing with me wherever I go that has all my programming methodology that I'm interested in, and stuff that I've learned that I've found useful, all the nutrition. I have like each section on here, a nutrition section, and then I also have just like a miscellaneous, I'd make a video and now all these weird ass sounds happen, but a miscellaneous section for other courses that I've done, like personality and women's training and things like that. So this notebook is basically going to be the one-stop shop for me. We are in London. We are here playing a little game. So there's a little like London-wide scavenger hunt thing from our phone that we're playing. But we're gonna spend the day here. It's a nice little area we're in. A lot of good food. Check it out. Have some fun. I will admit, London is a beautiful city. We're like halfway through this game right now. It's actually really interesting. We have to find the secret person, so we just had a suitcase in the bar.
Consignment collection code.
But now we're taking a little break. Fontamentos.
Mr. EW. Time in gold spans how many decades?
We won. It's my badge to prove it.